Hey, what's going on, guys? Polera here. In today's video, I'm going over how to do OG heists well and efficiently. So yeah, this is pretty much for the crew because this week we're kind of doing a lot of heists. So I was like, why not make a heist video for the people? You know, because there's a few people who are like level, 50, 60. There's some people that just don't know really that much about heists. So hopefully you can learn something today. This is like the crew knowledge, as Aztec would say. So yeah. Number one tip, for the health regeneration, you guys might be wondering about that. At a level 120, you get max regen, and then, or not max regen, sorry, max health. And then at level 200 or 210, for the max regen, I don't really know. I think it's somewhere between 200 and 220, you get max regen, which you don't have to wait to do heists until you get max regen at level 220. It's useful as hell for CMM. But I wouldn't wait, you know what I mean? They're also, like, if you're doing it for just strictly the money making, don't. You could easily help us sell our MCs in Bunker, and you could probably make more than you would do doing 2 to 3 heists in that day, So yeah, tip number 2 is heavy heist gear. And pretty much you just go to the clothing store and you buy this. If I can scroll up. Here you go. These are all the bullet soakers for the heist. You might be asking, how isn't outfits like, let me see here. Let me see if I can find one. This. Or not, sorry, not that. This one. I was looking for this one. It has the vest on. That is not, it's purely for cosmetic reasons. There's no bulletproof, bullet sponging effect to it. So don't use those. So yeah. And tip number 2, but I did ask my crew members about this, so I'll go into what they said too, and pretty much this is what I would do. I was going to say about giving credit for this too. Actually, I didn't. I did a take 1. I forgot to say some of this too. So give credit to Dreadnought for all these tips. But yeah, so use heavy heist gear, like I said. Make sure you have your full snacks and body armor. Snacks, you get this from the store or the facility or the office. The office and the facility are all free, so keep that in mind. The snacks at the store are like, maybe $200, $300 you would spend, depending on how much snacks you have. But I have a cold, so if I cough and if I randomly pop in and out, that's why my dad edited it out. So yeah, let me see here. You always do assist today, which it's always a good rule of thumb to do that. The only real benefit you get from doing a free aim heist is just more RP and maybe a little bit more money. I don't know about the money side, but I know you get I think 1,000 more RP, which that's not worth it. Honestly, especially for CMM, you're gonna die a lot more potentially just because of free aim. No explosives. That is a very good rule of thumb, especially in CMM. It's a very bad idea in almost 9 out of 10 cases to use explosives, period. Sticky bombs, grenades is a bad idea to do that. So if you're the type of guy who throws sticky bombs around, I would train yourself not to do that because you're going to die potentially a lot with doing that. Use soft cover and pretty much just take your time. That's what he's saying. Pace yourself, because if you rush into a building with 100 enemies, you're just gonna die. You know what I mean? So just definitely take your time, especially on the stealth missions. There's I think at least 2 off the top of my head. I don't know if there's any more. I think there's 3 with the prison break one, but if that's you can do an optional stealth if you want to. It's completely optional. Always do the OG heists in invite only sessions, because you load into the heist faster, and B, when you get out of the heist setup or finale, you go right into the invite only session. The only downside about this is that, let's say you want to re-up your businesses, buy supplies, you have to go into a public session to do that. But if you're strictly doing the heist to do the heist, that's the best way to do that. So yeah. Let me see if he says anything else here. Always use the Kuruma. the armored Kuruma. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up here so you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys don't, where's it at? There's been so many vehicles that came out. Oh my god, I didn't recognize until now. Here it is. The armored Kuruma. When you do Fleeka, you get a trade price for it. I think it's like 700k if you don't have the trade price. I don't know. I did it like almost instantly. I've been playing since like a year before the heist came out, so I don't remember. I think it's like 700k. Don't quote me on that though. In this, when you do use the Kuruma, use it. Just always have someone use a Kuruma in every heist setup and finale. There'd be sometimes where you can't use it, but most of the time you can, and it's very useful. Always use an AP pistol while you do, or while you are in the Kuruma. I don't know if there's a level requirement on the AP pistol. Again, I don't quote me on that. I don't think there is, but I don't know. If it's a DLC weapon, then there's not. But if it is, there might be. So yeah, this is pretty much it for today's video. It's a quick heist tip video. By OG Heist is Prison Break, Humane Labs, Series A, and Pacific Standard. Next week, or whenever I make another video, will be on Doomsday. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.